stampers, this is Alison with another quick video. I received this card in a swap. It was made by Diana Winter, who is a demonstrator in Annandale, Virginia. And my customers pulled this out of my swap bin and asked me to include it in one of our monthly Inkin' Up Fun classes. And so I just wanted to show you how to make this card. I'm going to start with a card base, which is a standard A2 card. And then I have a slightly smaller little layer for the front. This piece of black cardstock is cut to 5.5 by 4 inches, and then I've run it through the embossing folder just to give it some texture. Then I have two pieces exactly the same size. These two pieces are the next layer, and they are 5 inches by 3 3/4 inches. I need to cut a mask out of the top piece, and I'm going to do that using the 2.5 inch circle punch. So I'm going to turn it over so I can see what I'm doing, and I'm going to take one of these pieces and I'm just going to push this in, and I can see from either side kind of where the center is. I'm just going to punch that circle out and set that aside, and then I've got my little mask here. I'm going to place it over top of my actual card front here so that I can stamp through the circle so that I can create kind of a little mask. I'm going to bring in my stamp. This is the En Francais stamp, and I like to work with my wood down and my rubber up just because I find it easier. I'm going to take Smoky Slate, which is one of the new colors that was introduced this year, and I'm very gently just applying ink on top of my stamp. Normally, I would leave my stamp facing with the rubber up, and I would take my cardstock and I'd place it on top and give it a gentle rub to apply the ink and just to get an even coverage. But because of the technique that we're going to do today with the mask, I can't do that. So I'm going to bring in my piece of cardstock that I had earlier and I punched out. I'm layering it on top like so. I'm going to take my stamp. I'm going to make sure that I'm going the right way with the words, and I'm just going to place it on top and press firmly just to transfer the ink. So after that, I'm going to just remove this, and you can see that I've created a little circle and a little mask of the words, which is really cute. If you wanted to just use regular computer paper, the thin paper, that would work too, and you wouldn't waste a piece of cardstock. Of course, you could use that as a reverse mask too, which would be kind of fun on a card. Next, I'm going to apply the main image here, and I'm going to use StazOn ink. I like the crisp black image that you get with StazOn. Some of you don't like to clean it, but with the StazOn cleaner, it's really easy. I'm just going to position this where I'd like. There we go, nice crisp image. I'm just going to let that dry a sec. Diane has used With Sympathy here on this card, and it really is a beautiful sympathy card, and one that I don't like making in the moment. If I need a sympathy card, I like to be able to have one on hand that I can just grab, because I don't know, it makes me sad to make it for a person who's passed recently. So this way I've got them made and I can just grab one. So I'm going to get the With Sympathy stamp here and ink it up. I love this stamp set because it's got every image you can imagine. And then it's just a matter of putting this card together. So let me bring in the pieces. I've got my black embossed piece here. I'm just going to add a little snail. In case you didn't know, snail, if you rub it, especially if you turn it over and rub it from the back, it's kind of heat activated. So just the friction from your finger will make that stick nicely, and you don't need very much of it if you do it that way. And then I can stick my image on top, like so. Again, I'm just going to give it a little rub to get the snail. And if you wanted to, Diane didn't do this, but I thought it would be kind of nice to add a few little pearls. And so I'm just going to take some off of my sheet here and just add them. Okay, so there we go. So that's a really simple card, and I'm sure it would be a perfect sympathy card for someone. It's sad when we have to send them, but unfortunately in life we do. And there's nothing like getting a homemade card at that time for somebody to make them feel that you're really thinking about them. So I hope you've enjoyed this project, and I hope you'll give the masking a try. It really can be used with so many different images. Thanks again. Happy stamping.
Hey, if you wanna play, make it about a place. It'll take creation, imagination. Try to draw outside the line.